So 1 in 4 people are Chinese, and today I want to show you what they look like in their natural habitat. So this is Sanya. Sanya is in Hainan, at the very end of China, to the south. So there are people going down the streets, people going up the streets, people buying, people selling. As the Chinese say, Renshan. I don't know how to complete that saying, but it's just a lot of people. A lot of people. I do like a crowd like this because where I grew up, Livingstone, there were very few people, most of them students. And when they go on holiday, we could not see a lot of people. And these days, it's like therapy, you know, when I see a lot of people. Makes me calm, you know. But also, this is the reality. This is the reality of this earth, you know. You can imagine the number of fish that people like Chinese eat in a day. You know, all these people have to eat some rice, some fish, some meat. Everyone needs to drive, to ride. Everyone needs a house. You know, in the end, it's a lot of damage on the ecosystem. But the reality is here with us. You know, people are here. There's nothing we can do about it apart from managing. They are cute people, fat people, short people, tall people, very dark people, light people, and all sorts of people. Now, we've come to the end of that street. Next, I would like to show you what they drive. This is the typical streets, you know, you envision in China. Neon lights and, you know, gives you that real Chinese feeling. So this street is restaurants. But one thing that caught my attention in this street is the number of bikes. There are thousands and thousands of bikes. I understand they are e-bikes, so none of them runs on petrol. So that's one huge thing, you know. Earlier I was talking about how there are too many Chinese people and they all want to ride, to drive something. But here you are. This whole neighborhood has got very few cars. Notice most people here ride e-bikes. So that's a hugely positive sign to take home. That's a hugely positive sign, you know. So we don't have too much. But still, it is a huge footprint. It's a huge footprint on Mother Earth, you know. These could be e-bikes, but they're still metals. these could be e-bikes, but you know, they still have a lot of plastic in them. In a few years, what will happen? So it's a really strange situation that we have here. But I do like a Chinese street like this. So it's a strange city to me. I've never been here before, and I just like getting lost, taking a turn, moving, you know, just getting to see Chinese people at their natural best, because many people who come to China or people who study China sometimes get a polished view of what China is. You go to Beijing, you come to Sanya and you go to the beachfront. You know, when I was at the beach today, everyone that I met was not from China, was not from Hainan. Everyone was from another city, Xi'an, Jinan. You know, and these are people with money coming here to do the holiday thing. The real natives do not have that luxury, and you have to come to places like this to see Chinese people in their natural habitat. So that's that. And I've exited that street. I'm back into the wider streets. I can see some cars, so I will stop there. And here, there's one more. So I'll go to the end of this and look for something to eat. But it does look residential. And the fact that it's so narrow up ahead, you know, you can literally, it's so narrow, it's scary, but it does look good. And to the left, to the right, people are eating, people are playing pool. I've seen in one building some ladies dressed like they want to sell something that's on their body. And this is a huge city, and China is a huge country. I've always been baffled at how the police keep the peace here. And I've noticed it's pretty easy. Chinese police focus on being seen, so they do a show of force. So like 10 policemen move down the streets. You know, they know they are outnumbered. It's like 1 million to 1. But they just move down the streets to show, yeah, we're here and we're watching. And then they disappear. You know, so each Chinese person is individually feeling responsible or being watched. But if they wanted, they could do lots of illegal stuff in this country and in a city like this. Imagine if this was back home in Malawi or somewhere in South Africa. The crime that would spawn in this. And if I flew a drone from here, these streets go on and on and on. If I flew a drone from here, you would appreciate the number.
Hello.
Ni hao. You would appreciate the number of these neighborhoods and the amount of people that should be in there. So I'm pretty sure that by now, in just one street, I have seen more bikes than there are, say, in the whole city of Blantyre. That's easily true. But this is just one street and a small neighborhood at that much. So the way they organize their society is incredible. I like it. I like it. So I'm coming to an opening that should take me to a more polished side of this city. And I'll have, you know, I'm always cautious that, anyway, let me stop here. Enter another street. This should take me back to my hotel. And yes, I should add that this is very close to Guangdong province, or Canton as it used to be called in the old days. It's also here that the stereotypes of the Chinese people come from, right? Oh, they eat everything. Yes, here they eat a lot of things. Whatever they can get their hands on, they eat. The most bizarre food in China is the placenta. I understand when a woman gives birth, in these parts of Guangdong, when a woman gives birth, they get the placenta and then they make a soup and the family enjoys it. If you did that in Africa, your family would be stoned. People would be like, yeah, you are witches. But here it's a delicacy. Snakes and dogs and scorpions, whatever you want. And it's enjoyable. It is enjoyable. The question that is lingering in my mind is, if a police officer comes up to me and says, you know what, why are you filming? Are you a journalist? You know, it would be tough to answer, but I see a lot of people, you know, using their cameras. I'm not a journalist, I'm just getting some footage, I should say. I hope I can use this footage some other time. But that is that, and I see some fish here. I love me some fish, so go in and see what the hell it's all about. Maybe I can get to eat something from here. 你好。
干嘛嘞？吃饭吗？
吃饭。
吃什么嘞？菜单拿来给他。这里菜单看看。
我看不懂，我就看。
啊，行，就看这里行，可以的。好的，你要吃什么？
你告诉我多少钱？
啊，行，你说哪个？
这个鱼多少钱？
这个鱼要35块，泡椒鲫鱼，对。
这是好吃的吗？
这个很好吃，吃辣吗？吃辣吗你啊？
辣，没问题。
那行。
这个是山东的吗？
糖醋鱼。
甜的吗？
甜的，甜酸甜的。
不是。
那个哈，泡椒鱼哈。
这个。
泡椒鱼。
So I'm for that very specific. 这个是。
红烧猪脚，有点甜味，要不要吃？
多少钱？
那个一份是你如果一个人吃，还是几个人吃？
一个人。
一个人小份也38。38块。
38。
啊，泡椒鱼35哈。泡椒鱼。
你有羊排吗？
羊排，那你有没有？
啊？
羊排有吗？
羊排没有。
没有。好了，给我2个，还有馒头，
还有红烧，要不红烧猪脚，馒头是吧？
你有馒头吗？
是米饭吗？
馒头有吗？
有，我去帮你找。
好。你不走吗？那给我米饭吧，
米饭哈。行。
我不吃别人的。
行，那就在这里吃，我吃我的米饭。
好了。
行。
谢谢。
苹果猪脚。